My thing on this subject is I feel like they're going where it's cheaper, and I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I mean, it's not hurting nobody, but I mean, at the end of the day, if I can go somewhere where I can get the same thing and I only got to spend $20, I mean, yeah, it's cheap. I mean, it is cheaper. Like, I mean, you got to think about it, bro. The DR, I've been to the DR one time in my life, and I had the time of my life, and I only spent $60. Like, I had the best time of my life, and I spent $60. Everything is cheap over there. So, and I guess that's what these guys are doing.
So you're like calling women things and saying that men are going over there and picking up these things for cheap?
I'm not calling them things. I'm just saying, like, that's what they're going over there to do. Like, they're going over there
You literally
because
did
that's
call them things.
you said what? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
You haven't described them as people not once. Just so we're clear, you described them as
I mean,
things.
when I said things, I'm talking about things in general, like a soda's cheaper, bottle service is cheaper, everything over there is cheaper than what it is. That's why I said things.
Women
I
are cheap,
wouldn't, I mean, yeah, the women are cheaper.
so they're things in your mind. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say they're things, but I'm just saying in general, everything, like it's not.
Sir, hold on. Listen to what you're saying, sir. The inference is that women are cheaper. They're ergo they are things. Because how can a person be cheaper unless the person is a product? You see what I'm saying?
You're right.
So just that's disrespectful to say the least. But why do men in America need to go to another? I'm sorry, let me back it up. What do you mean by the women are cheaper over there? By the way, what does that mean?
I mean, okay, let's just say the average good date is $100 to $150 that you finna spend. Like, you're not finna take no girl to no McDonald's or no other. But if I go over there to the DR,
Mm-hmm.
I can go to a nice restaurant, spend $15, and ball like have the time of my life.
So why wouldn't you just take a girl from America to the DR and go ball and have the time of your life? That's cheap
I mean, I could. Why would I bring sand to the beach?
because they're
There's
American.
women over there,
You live in America.
but there's women over there.
I know, but they're not from your country. So
Okay, what does that mean?
it's a it's you're not really dating them. When you go to the DR, you're not dating those girls. There's no were you just trying to sleep with them when you're there and leave.
I mean, yeah. I mean, some men, but I mean, you can make that same argument with a long distance relationship. Like, how do I like? I could be in California and I'm quote unquote dating somebody from New York. What does that mean?
You guys have a greater chance of being together than you and a woman from the Dominican Republic, sir.
How come? Why you say that?
Because they're sir, come on. They're
No, I
American.
mean,
It doesn't require a
what
change
is
in
stopping?
citizenship.
What is
Yeah,
stopping that
what are you
girl
talking
coming
about?
over here besides a $300 passport? Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
And when they get over here, what are they going to do?
live life.
What
What
does
do
that
women
mean?
do?
What is that, sir? Once you get the woman in America, now you're on American soil paying American prices. So it's not cheaper. That's my point. It's only cheaper to date them in DR. That's it. Once you get them to America,
Oh,
the
okay,
price
okay. I
goes
see
right
what you're
back to
saying. I see
American
what you're saying. Yeah,
prices.
you're right. You're right, brother. You're right. I apologize. You're right. You're right. You're right.
So
I
there's no
apologize.
so the real reason why passport bros go to DR, A, sex trafficking, B, if they are serious about a woman, they're going down there to manipulate a woman, bring her to America, hold her hostage, and financially abuse her. That's the goal. Because once you get her out here, like you said, it's just $300 passport. Okay, so you pay for her $300 passport. She gets to America. What can she do? Live life on what? On your $80,000 a year? Ain't much life to be lived. Ain't much life getting lived on $80,000 a year in America, sir.
You're right, my boy. You're right.
So that's what they want. They want to bring them over here, trap them, and they can't go
That
anywhere.
was a generous salary you gave them.
I
Yeah,
went
yeah, that
high
was very
on
generous.
purpose.
I give you
Shit.
that. I appreciate that. Was very generous. That was real
Hey,
good.
I went high on purpose. See what I'm saying? I be beating them to the punch because they all going not this gentleman. I'm just saying because they most 99% of them gonna lie and say I make $100,000. Okay, cool, whatever. So
Oh
I'll
no,
split
my
the
boy.
difference.
One thing about me, I'm not a liar. I work at the cold storage, and I get paid $21, and I have no reason to lie on this
No,
app
I
for
know. That's why I
nobody.
said not you. I wanted to be
Yeah,
clear. I was just saying like a lot, like the passport bros. They lie and say like if I were to like call them out and be like, you broke. Like that's why if you weren't broke, you wouldn't need to go fly down to another country to steal a woman from that country and financially abuse her in America. You could just get a woman in America, right? But you want to make sure she has little to no options to leave. That's the you know what I'm saying? Like that's the goal there. You want to make sure that when she comes to America, she's trapped. And if you can convince me otherwise, if you could tell me it's something else, then I would love to hear it.
I feel you. I feel you right, my brother. I give it to you. You are right. But I mean, I don't know, man. I can't speak for every man, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I can only speak about my preferences and my experiences. You know what I mean?
What do you mean when you say that? What are you talking about specifically?
Like I can't speak like why you would go to the Dominican Republic. I can't speak on why you would go to the Dominican Republic. I can only speak on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't speak for the whole male population or why are they going over there. You know what I mean? I can only speak for me.
Let's read this comment. If this is not a problematic comment, public, there's not a whole lot of quote unquote exotic women running around the U.S. There are millions of people from all around the world, sir, in America. It's the melting pot of the world. If you want quote unquote exotic, I don't know what exotic is to you. Who knows what that is? You
Not
want like
black.
some racial, not black, or some racially ambiguous woman, if that's what you're describing. There's plenty of those in America too. There's plenty of racially ambiguous women in America if you want those, brother. Y'all use this coded language. It's crazy. That's what I'll be saying. Men can never say what they really mean. You can never say what you
But
really mean.
right, but that is like a telling point because I think the reality is like because America has a lot of like anti-blackness, um a lot of women here who are just like you said, racially ambiguous or lighter skinned or what quote unquote exotic people would call exotic, they are at a premium here, right? Because those are the women that are constantly pedestalized and what's the word? Like they're it's not a good thing. Like they're tokenizing those women, but those women are put on a pedestal in America because it's seen as like the standard of beauty, right? But then when you go over to the DR and almost everybody looks like that, it's like it's a dip, you get it at a lower price, right? Like it's not they're not a premium because almost everybody looks like that, so you're not pedestalized just because you might look quote unquote foreign because a black man in the DR, everybody's foreign. Like that's the
Mm-hmm.
difference.
Facts. Uh,
Well,
go ahead.
from my knowledge, from what I've seen on social media, all by itself,
Mm-hmm.
this little back and forth thing, red pill, blue pill situation with the females and the men, it doesn't seem to be about financials. It seems to be about the rise of the modern woman and the men
What,
saying they ain't gonna put up with it.
what is a modern woman, sir?
I don't know. That depends on the person how they feel about if they're modern or not. I mean, it's individualized actually because you can meet a girl and she can come off as a traditional woman. You know what I'm saying?
What's a
And
traditional woman?
a traditional woman is a woman that the like a woman of old, like the women that took care of the household, didn't need to go out there and work. You know what I mean? Just traditional housewife
Why did why didn't she need to go out there and work?
because the men worked
And why did the men work?
because that's what men's supposed to do.
Could the women work and have their own money and stuff if they wanted to back then?
Yeah.
They couldn't.
Um. Um. After the war they could
They
and
couldn't.
but the feminist movement didn't really start until a little bit till a little later after that but
What
um
feminist movement? There was many, but it started before that. Women's suffrage started way before that. But my question to
not
you
women
is,
suffering. I said the feminist movement.
that's a, what do you think women's suffrage? What do you think it was? What do you think that was? Getting women to vote and stuff like? What are you
But
talking about?
women suffer. I'm talking about the movement. I mean, as individual, I mean, as a people, we've suffered for a long time, and men and women. But the movement came at a certain time. It wasn't. I mean, we always been through suffering, especially if you're talking about black people. You know what I mean? So it's kind of different for us because even when the feminine movement first started, we weren't really even a part of it. The sisters weren't even really a part of the feminist movement. You know what I'm
They
saying?
did.
So, Journal of Truth, you know what I'm saying, and all that, and the uplifting of the black feminists, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. That's when all that stuff happened. But before, they weren't even really a part of the movement
They
because
were
we
a
were
part
too
of
busy
it.
fighting for equal rights.
They were a part of it, and they split, but they were initially a part of it. But because they started, black women actually started it. They took a lot. The white tea women took a lot of the rhetoric and the what's the word I'm looking for? The ideology. They took it from black women. But whatever. I don't even care to talk about that because
Yeah, but I'm
y'all
sorry.
don't really be knowing about
Yeah,
that.
but at the end of the day, from what I've just seen, from what I've seen, just watching social media, the guys are not running. They're not running because of the money. They're running because of some of these guys that are going over across seas are going there because you know what I'm saying. They say that the women are more meek, more humble, more soft spoken, more feminine in their just rest in their femininity.
That's not a
Vice
real
versa,
word.
the women, huh?
Feminality isn't a real word, but
Yeah, it is.
feminality or
Yes.
femininity.
Well, I mean, it's just pronunciation, bro. It's just pronunciation.
It's literally just not a word. It's okay, brother. It's not a real word. You meant femininity. I got you. But
Okay.
so what is femininity?
Just, I mean, I mean, like a woman that knows when to be, a woman that knows when to be a lady,
What does
knows
that
when
mean?
to knows how to hold her man down.
What does that mean?
Um,
Hold on, wait. I need for you to give me specifics. Don't because you're being really vague. So what does femininity mean? You said traditional woman, so it's basically a woman that takes care of
I
the
don't have
house.
a dictionary to give you the textbook's
It's not no,
dictionary,
no. It's not a
but I'm
textbook.
just saying that I mean you generally understand what I'm trying to say though. Like
Don't
it's
know what you're trying to say because I
you
don't know
don't know
what
what
it
a
looks like
feminine
to
woman
you.
is.
No, I'm telling you, I don't believe in the concept. So you got to tell me what do you think it is to you. You already said it. You said it's
Okay,
individual.
okay. A feminine woman to me, is a woman that knows how to rest in her femininity,
You
knows
can't
how to
use the word in
listen.
the
Let me
definition.
let me finish. Let me
Okay, go
finish.
ahead.
So, in other words, basically, a woman that knows, you know what I mean? Like she grew up in a basically a two-parent household. She knows how to be a wife. She knows how to be a mother. She knows how to be a nurturer. You know what I mean? And
So nurturing.
yeah,
Okay,
that
keep going. That's one
yeah.
thing.
I mean,
Okay,
but those are just little things, the tip of the iceberg. But um, yeah, but that's the main thing. The main thing is just knowing a guy knows when a woman is feminine to him. You know what I mean? That's why I say it's still based on individuality as well.
yeah.
Because what I may consider feminine, you may not consider feminine. You know what I mean?
Well, Keenan,
So
Keenan, that was my point in asking you. And then you said to me, "Well, you know what feminine?" And I'm like, I don't know what it means. Even if I believed in it, I don't know what it means to you.
right,
You see what I'm saying?
but what I'm saying is what the movement of the red pill, blue pill, whatever it is, manosphere, whatever they're doing.
See you, Lynn.
They talk about it all the time. They talk about what they think what femininity is. So it's not a mystery on what they believe and what they and how they move and how they're working. You know what I mean? So
I don't think they know what femininity is, and and the reason why I say that is because when I talk to men who ascribe, hold on, Keenan, hold on, brother. When I talk to men who use these words, and I ask them to describe to me what these things look like and break down these terms so I can understand them, typically they respond like you, like they really don't have an in-depth understanding of the word. So my next question is, why are you so beholden to something that you don't even really understand that well? That you know what I'm saying? Like and it's not a knock on you at all. I'm just being honest.
it's not knocking me because
It
I didn't say I believe it. I'm just telling you what I've seen and what I think they talking about. Like when you talk
So
about
you don't believe in femininity?
I believe in femininity, but I believe
Okay.
in but at the same time, I think that it's individual, like it's
Keenan,
personal.
hold on,
Like
wait.
I don't like
Hold on,
so,
wait. You
but they
interrupt.
base
Keenan, you're interrupting me the same thing to say the same thing you already said. Let me finish my point. So this is what you believe. You don't got to say it's what they believe. It's what you believe. I asked you, what do you believe? What is what is your idea of femininity? I gave you the room to
Yeah,
expound.
a nurturing female.
A nurturing woman.
Yeah.
Got you. That's it. Okay, cool. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I think that it sounds to me that is not well thought out, right? Like it seems like there should be more to it than a nurturing woman, because aren't most women nurturing?
No, they're not.
No.
No,
Interesting. What makes you say that?
because from experience,
You've dated most women, or you've been in contact with most women?
the most women I've dated, my experience. I'm saying my experience with
Okay.
women.
And
So
what were those experiences like? What led you to the point to where you believe that most women aren't nurturing?
the way it's everything. It's like the way they treat the way they talk to you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The way they receive you, even when you speak to them. You know what I mean? Like when you think of a father and a mother, and the father is the disciplinary and the mother is the nurturer, right?
No, that's what you believe. That's not. Don't you
I'm,
don't.
I'm talking about traditional sense. I'm talking about in a traditional sense. The father was the disciplinary, and the mother was the nurturer. That's
Okay.
just facts. I don't, you can say it how you want, but that's just how it was. And that's what they're talking about. When they say traditional, that's what they mean. And when they say modern, they say the woman, the working class woman, you know what I mean? That really, you know what I'm saying? She's more about a bag than.
Are you, Keenan? Are you nurturing?
Yeah.
So you were nurturing to these women, and they didn't reciprocate that with you. What is nurturing to you?
No,
Like,
I didn't say. I didn't say I was. No, see, you missing the point.
Oh, okay, I'm missing.
You missing the point.
Okay.
I'm not saying that a woman can't be that women that are not feminine can't be a nurturer. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not natural to them.
But wait, but you didn't answer my question though. So you were you nurturing to them or not?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were nurturing to them and they didn't reciprocate it. Now, what does nurturing look like to you? What were you doing?
I mean, that's kind of that's a wide range kind of question. Like, that's like a personality. Like, I don't know. It's like me being nurturing is like just comforting. You know what I mean? When things is tough, I got your corner. I'm in your back. I'm that soft spoken voice in your ear, letting you know everything is okay. You know what I mean? Letting you know I'm holding you down. Like it's a lot of different ways to be a nurturer. It's more than just,
And you're
you know
saying
what I
these
mean?
women didn't do that for you. They didn't hold you down. They weren't kind to you. They weren't in your corner. None of that stuff. It
No,
was
I
just
didn't. No, I'm not saying that they didn't do it. I'm saying it wasn't natural for them. Like what I'm saying is like, have you ever had to coach somebody to do something before?
yeah, my kids for sure.
Right. So you like if you have to coach a woman to be nurturing to a child or to be like, you know what I mean? Like it's not natural for some people. It's just not. Just like it's not natural for every man to be an alpha or be masculine or to be, you know what I mean? Everybody that's a man don't walk around with their chest out and want to swing a hammer or a football. Some people want to
So
just do
Keenan,
regular stuff
are
like
you
play football
are you
or
saying are you saying you had to coach women in your life to like be in your corner, have your back, be nice to you? You had to coach
no,
them into
no,
doing that?
not to be nice to me or anything like that, but like just simple stuff like nurturing, even with the kids and stuff like that. Like you shouldn't have to tell a
So
woman
you have
how to
wait,
be a
wait. So you
nurturer
got
to a
kids,
child.
Keenan, you got kids?
Yes.
You got kids. And you're saying
Yes.
that the mother of your children wasn't a nurturing person. You were the nurturing one, and you were trying to coach her on how to be nurturing to your own children.
Facts.
Okay. And
But every
how and how was she failing your kids? Because that is a failure to me of a parent.
um
How was she failing your children?
easy because the kids they don't know who to look to. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, I still have to be the disciplinary as well. You know what I mean? And you have to have a happy medium in a family where
You didn't
like
answer the question, Keenan. How was the mother of your child failing your children? How was she
by not
failing to
nurturing.
nurture them? How was she
I know,
not
but how
nurturing?
though?
What wasn't she doing?
Yeah.
For instance, kids fall and get a scratch. They can't run to mama. They got to run to me because she's not really that type of person that really gonna be like, oh, let me go get the sanitation and clean it and wipe it and kiss the boo boo and all that. She wasn't that type of person. You know what I mean? So a lot of things I had to coddle the children over. You know what I mean? And
Gotcha.
it's everybody
So do
ain't
you
the
think
same.
that's a woman thing in general, or was
No,
that woman?
no, that's what I said. That's why I said it depends on the individual.
Oh, okay. So then why are you
Uh-huh.
making it about femininity and saying a lot of women are naturally feminine because of this lack of nurturing? When most women, if their kid falls down, they're going to be the first one. Oh, but come here, baby, you okay? So because that one woman that you had kids with didn't do it, that means women in general lack femininity?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I
Keenan,
can only speak
We
on
Keenan,
my
really trying to
hold
experience.
on, wait,
figure out
Keenan.
what you're saying,
No, I
That
Keenan.
can
was
only
Really?
speak
literally
on my experience.
that was literally what you were saying, though, brother. Just we're not confused by that. That's
I
what I
said
got from
all
what you're
women.
saying.
No,
That's
I
what
know I
everybody else
didn't.
got.
No, you're putting words in my mouth.
Okay,
No,
I'm
you're
giving
putting
you.
words in my mouth.
Okay,
I said all women. I didn't say all women weren't feminine. I said some women are not naturally feminine.
no,
That's
we
what I
said that.
said.
No,
Modern
no,
women were not feminine.
yeah, that is what you were saying. And we were speaking about
Right, but
that's in general. And Keenan, a generalized statement. It's like modern women aren't feminine. That means most women, and that's why I asked you. I said, you think most women aren't nurturing? And you said, yeah, most women aren't nurturing. And I said, oh, that was, and now you're telling us that really it was just your baby mama that wasn't nurturing. You see what I'm saying? And that's what
no,
Shan was
no, it
alluding to.
wasn't baby
That's how
mama.
we got
But
here.
I get what you said though.
Yeah. So if you didn't mean
Yeah,
that,
but
I'm okay with that. Like you can say it a different way. I'm fine. But I'm just
yeah,
saying.
that was too broad of a spectrum. My bad. If it came out like that, then it was just worded wrong. But at the same time, like I said, it just depends on the person. Because every woman ain't a nurturer, and every man ain't a leader. You know what I
That's
mean?
that's
So,
facts. That's facts. 1,000%. 1,000% I
and
agree with that.
I think that a lot of men nowadays are afraid because of how um, just how the dating market is, the dating marketplace is, and the attitude of a lot of women, the whole boy bye movement type. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like and so it's like
You mean women, Keenan, do you think that I don't know this 5B. Keenan, do you think that a lot of the way that the quote unquote modern woman acts could be directly related to the way that they've been treated by men for centuries?
I mean I'm not a history buff like that, but it could be.
Wouldn't that be logical? So if we're calling these women modern women and they are acting, however, I mean, however you want, like whatever you're describing them as, why are we not connecting the dot that maybe that's a reaction to the way that they're being treated?
Well, that's vice versa. That goes both ways though. The pendulum always swings
How?
both ways. I'm
No, it
just being
doesn't.
honest. The pendulum swings both ways. It's a cause and effect. Just like you saying, if they maybe they've been getting treated away certain type of way for so many centuries, or whatever that causes them to behave this way. Well, you got to think about it the same way with the men. Why are they flying all the way over there? Something happened. You know what I mean? Like it's something happened. Like, and that's all I'm saying.
And what if the thing that happened was that women were always they always disapproved of the way that men treated them. Or I mean, in the last millennia, let's say, women have disapproved of the way men are treating them, and then they just got a little bit of their freedoms back. And as soon as they got their freedoms back, when they got the freedom to not have to be married to a man, to own a house, or to have a bank account, or to drive a car, or anything like that, they can go to college. They could work. They make roughly around the same amount of money as men. As soon as that was the case, women started to reject men, right? That
Right.
ain't been that long, brother. It ain't been hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years like it is in the other way.
Right.
So it ain't the opposite. It's still in direct reaction to how men are treating them currently and historically. Because it ain't like men are like way better than we were, or even we're nominally better than we were 100 years ago. Nominally, right? Okay, cool. But it ain't like men have turned on a dime and now we're these great individual individuals that are nurturing and kind and caring and sweet and generous and empathetic and honest and have integrity. Like, we're not these people right now as a group. We're still violent. We're still damn near just as violent. We're still all of these things. But yet now women have a lot of freedom, and they're like, I want to avoid that. I want to avoid that trauma now that I don't have to, like my grandma did. My grandma had to marry my grandpa because if she didn't, she wouldn't be able to live in a house. She would have to
Right.
live with her father the whole time. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not connecting that dot?
Right. Right. I'm connecting that. I'm connecting that. I understand that. But the question on there is why passport bros are leaving. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
that's what I was just
passport
trying to
bros
get
are
to the point of
leaving.
that.
Passport bros are leaving because women are denying them access to their bodies and to their labor. And because of that, because men are denying them, the women are denying them access, instead of the men trying to understand why the women are denying them access, right? And accepting why because the women are telling, they're loud and proud about it, exactly why they're denying the men access. Instead of the men
Right.
going, okay, we hear you, let me, let us adjust, let us grow up, let us treat you better. They go, nah, I don't need y'all. I'm gonna fly halfway across the country or halfway across the globe to go find me a woman and bring her here and trap her.